Hello and welcome back to the channel. We return after a week off due to there obviously being no English international cricket taking place, or any English cricket for that matter. Unless obviously you want to count the Big Bash, which basically has a truckload of Englishmen in it. And did you actually know that the Perth Scorchers, their top five, were all born in England?
No, I actually didn't.
Yeah, so obviously Zach Crawley,
Yeah.
Whiteman, Aaron Hardy, Josh Inglis, and Laurie Evans.
Yeah,
Top
Josh
five all born in England.
Judas.
All right, anyways.
Lived here till he was 13 and off to the Oz.
All right. But apart from the fact we learn every day, as you may have noticed now, we're joined by Archie Mullen, our diehard England fan, or possibly just extremely biased. Who knows at this point? But anyways, Archie, do you want to kick it off? Tell the lot of them what's on the menu today.
Yeah, so because the England Under-19 World Cup is just around the corner, we will predominantly be looking at England's chances in the World Cup, the squad. Huz has taken up half, I've taken the other half, and kind of England's chances, who we think we're going to win, and who's going to be the main breakout players in the tournament. Basically, we're going to give horrendous opinions, and we're going to come back in about 2 months' time and review them and realize we were completely wrong and we know nothing about under-19 cricket.
Or anything about any cricket for that matter. But yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Then we'll also look at a bit of the England overseas, which is predominantly the Big Bash.
SA20 now as well.
SA20, yeah, but
can't forget about that.
Rain is all I can talk about right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing we've had so far. Hopefully, we might have a couple of games actually done by the time this video comes up.
Has it rained today again, or are they not playing today?
No, they played today. Today was the official opener in the second game. I think it was Mumbai Indians, whichever.
See, all of you who hate on England, it rains in other places in the world.
Probably not Dubai though.
As we're speaking, Mumbai Cape Town got 207. Did any Englishman get
runs? I saw Pollard gave it a whack.
Curran got 6. Livingston got 25. Ryan Rickleton hit 87. Pollard got 31 off 14. Topley none. Oh fuck me. Topley none for 53. Richard Gleeson 1 for 47, and no Englishman in that team.
Great. Can't wait for Lucas to give us his opinions and all of that nonsense. But anyways, yeah. So just to kick off, the Under-19 World Cup wasn't actually meant to be in South Africa, was it, Archie?
No, I don't think it was actually, was it?
It was meant to be in Sri Lanka, but obviously they got banned from cricket or whatever nonsense is going on. Honestly, I can't be bothered to start with that. But Sri Lanka were meant to host it. Then they had a lot of political whatever. Their board did something, and now they're not hosting it anymore.
Is the Sri Lankan board asked to be banned?
Kind of, but they never actually said they asked to be banned.
Yeah,
they just
that's what the Instagram section is telling me on the ESPN Cricket Info Instagram channel.
Instagram comments are always correct. But anyway, I'll kick off with the actual England under-19 cricketers. The skipper, Ben McKinney from Durham, 19-year-old left-hander. He's obviously going to be the captain of the side. Yep. He's played one first-class game for Durham in a team that obviously included Alex Lees, David Beddingham, and Bryden Cast. In the first innings, he got 35, batting at number 3. Around runnable, 35 of 39. And then obviously in the second innings, he only got 4. But in his 4 List A games that he's played for Durham, he's batted at 5, but he's got single digits in every game. And I think, I've got some stuff here on youth test matches. He played 6 of them against Australia and Sri Lanka, both under 19s, which he's actually done quite well. He's got 535 runs at 44, and he opened the batting in all of those games. He also opened the batting in the recent youth ODIs in Bangladesh, but he only made 43 runs in like 3 innings. So by the looks of it, he's probably going to be a set-on nailed opener and skippering from the top of the order.
Yeah, the thing about England's openers is it varies quite a lot. You know, they've got a lot of kind of, as often the way is I think with under-19 cricketers, but this England team in particular, they've got a lot of all-rounders.
Aren't most cricketers at this age all-rounders?
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. So you've got players who kind of sometimes bat 1 and 2, sometimes bat number 8. I think it's just, it doesn't really kind of. I think a lot of them are going to fluctuate up and down the order. To be honest, so
I feel like at this age, a lot of especially batters do try to still bowl or still some sort of all rounders. It's a lot later into their careers, or at least once they hit their 20s, they start specializing, especially those that have obviously batting talent. They can normally try roll their arm over with off spin or medium pace or whatever. So do you want to give us your first squad player?
So my first player is Jaden Denley, who is the nephew of Joe Denley. Quite similarly, he's more of an all-rounder than Joe Denley. He bowls and bats. But I think he bowls left arm orthodox left arm bat, which is always nice to see.
Interesting.
Average of 43 for Canterbury Academy. Sadly, only averages 12 on Saturdays. But then he also averages 17 with the ball. Taking 6 wickets for Canterbury Academy, and he's also average of 22 with the ball on Saturdays, 22 wickets. He has played. Like but he can bat as well. He averages 43 for Canterbury Academy. I think he opened the other day. He went 50, duck, demoted down the order. Or his last few games for England. But yeah, he's made 5 first-class appearances, which I actually thought was quite significant.
For Kent.
For Kent, yeah, he's 18 years old.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That
appearances in England. Granted, Kent are quite a struggling side, but I thought that
still that's a major county, right?
He's made 5 first-class appearances. Yeah. A substantial kind of indicate to his talent and kind of what he can go on to do, which I thought was good. So I think he's definitely one to look at. He also, because he's a bit of a bits and pieces cricketer from kind of the look of stats, maybe slightly more of a bowler, especially as a spinner, as a left arm spinner breaking into a Kent team. Obviously, they're not. If not the top of my head, they're not massive on spinners. I'm not sure I know George Linder played there a couple of years back, but I'm not sure he played there this year as well. But to break into that team as kind of as a spinner, kind of spinning all rounder, bowling all rounder, kind of that kind of toss up, I think that's a good indicate to kind of what he's going to show, and if hopefully he can have a promising World Cup.
Pretty good. That sounds like the role he's going to take up for the under-19 side is going to be one of a left arm spinning all rounder, batting the lower order. Something like Liam Dawson-ish.
I wouldn't say that low because he has opened a lot of games.
Okay.
So he bats relatively high for Kent, and then he's also he's opened the batting for England numerous times.
Obviously, by the look of the recent batting lineups, and obviously this squad, there's quite a few batters that will definitely be batting behind.
This is what I mean about I don't know how they're going to toss it up, because there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. It's almost like they can bat down to 11. I think it's going to be
a lot of players who do a lot of everything.
I think it's a lot of the team selection might be who's
depending on who's playing when.
The pitches, who's strength, who's injured.
The opposition.
You might have a situation where you shove Denley up the top, but if you're missing a batter, but if they have the full strength batting, he could be batting number 9. It's a weird situation, but I think that's the way they're going to do it.
All right, we'll hop on to the next person. I've got Luke Benkenstein. He's the vice captain for the under-19 side. Have you heard of this name before, or the surname at least?
I've heard of the surname, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a 19-year-old right-handed bat. He's actually born in Durban, but he currently plays for Essex. His father, Dale Benkenstein, played for South Africa, and his grandfather, Martin, played for Zimbabwe.
Yep.
You knew that, did you?
Yeah, I recognise that, yeah.
Fair play. Yeah. So in the recent U30Is, he batted at 5, made 121 runs at 40, but
it's all right.
Weirdly, he doesn't actually bowl in the U30Is, but he bowls regularly for Essex. He bowls leg spin, I think.
It's a weird. Again, it goes back to that thing. It's just they're all rounders.
He hasn't bowled anything for England, but he bowls regularly for Essex. In his 11 list day games, obviously he played as a leg spinning all rounder, so he batted like between the middle order and lower order.
Maybe he had a knock. To be fair, maybe he had no version.
So for when he plays for Essex, he does quite well as a leg spinner. He's got 11 wickets in 11 games at an average of 17, which is pretty decent. Yeah. But he's only got 160 runs at an average of 16. So I don't know where I really see him playing, because I'll tell you what, I think it was a couple seasons ago now, or maybe last year. Do you remember the PJL, Pakistan Junior League?
Yeah.
So Luke Benkenstein was playing for one of the teams. I can't remember which one, but I watched quite a bit of it, and he looked like he used to open the batting there and bowl leg spin. So I don't know how England are going to use him specifically, but by the looks of it, because they haven't bowled him at all in the recent youth ODIs, I think he'll be predominantly a top order bat.
Yeah, I mean the question is, I'm not entirely sure if he maybe had a knock, maybe an elbow issue or shoulder issue, because it would
But
seem
it was
weird.
3 games, and I haven't got any bowling stats for him at all.
But all I'm saying is in those three, what was it, 3 games at different times?
No, it was a 3-game series in Bangladesh, and before that, they played a bit against Australia in the end of August, beginning of September.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, that, to be fair.
So I think maybe England just want to use him as a batsman, top order bat, probably.
But it seems a waste, doesn't it?
No, yeah, because I guess there's a big difference between playing the youth internationals and playing list day cricket against fully fledged professionals, full-time professionals. So
yeah, there is.
I don't know. His leg spin seems to work in list A cricket, or at least holds up pretty well. But it doesn't. He doesn't really bat there, and he does a complete opposite role for England. So I just assume that the way it's going for England in the recent youth ODIs is how they're going to use him in the World Cup. But honestly, who knows? Because under-19 World Cups are just a bit of everything, aren't they?
Yeah, they're crazy. My question is, maybe it's because of Ahmed.
Farhan, yeah, that's my.
They want to bowl Farhan the 10 overs, meaning he's not going to bowl.
I'm not sure how much Farhan will actually play, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean he's 15, isn't he?
Yeah. So do you want to do yours?
Yeah, my next one is Eddie Jack, 18 years old, Hampshire. Yeah, you played against him?
Nah, I just heard the name along. He's another. There's a couple of Hampshire boys. We'll go on to the other one later. But tell me a bit about Eddie.
Kelly's another one. I think.
What does Eddie do?
Kelly.
No, Eddie.
Eddie. 6 list A games, average of 25 with the ball, 8 wickets in 4 youth test matches, an average of 45, which isn't great. But he's taken 12 youth ODI wickets and at 29. He does have an average of economy of 7 with the ball. Sorry, he's played for Hampshire, and he plays for Hampshire Youth Academy, and he's taken for their academy. He's taken 9 wickets at 20. So I think he's quite a tidy bowler. From the looks of it.
What role does it look like he plays for England on the 19 side? Like a lower, like an out-and-out bowler, or like a bowling around the lower order?
From the looks of it, he averages 7 with the ball in list day cricket. Sorry.
Okay.
So I think he's more likely to bat bowl, kind of not really bat down the order.
Like a number 8 who normally bowls.
Yeah, maybe slightly lower, to be fair.
Okay.
A number 9 he's mainly played. Kind of quite low down the order. But he's taken quite a few polls.
All right, so it seems like a full-time bowler by the looks of it, then.
Yeah, pretty much out-and-out bowler. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe I think he probably bats slightly higher for Hampshire, but in this team he'll be an out-and-out bowler. Looks pretty tidy. I mean, the only thing is maybe his economy is slightly of a problem with economy of 7, but again, like you said, he's done what he's done. He's done relatively okay in his list A games. So I think he looks quite good, actually.
Yeah. I'm not sure that at this age specifically that economy is something that
you should worry about. Wicket taking ability, really.
That's something that's a lot harder to gain than tightening up your lines and lengths. But I'll move on to Farhan Ahmed, who is a 15-year-old off spinner from Notts, which is interesting because he is the younger brother of England leg spinner Rehan Ahmed. Farhan, obviously being 15, he's played no list A or first class games at all. He's only got 7 youth ODIs.
That's quite
and he's got 5 wickets at 46, and he bats very low down in the lower order. I'm not sure he's batted much at all or anything.
That's about 10, I think.
So aside from the fact that he is 15, there's not too much to go by, really. I'm not sure how much England are planning to use him in the majority of games. I feel like he might play the odd game if England. I'm not sure who's in England's group, but at some point during the knockouts, if they run into any of the smaller nations, he might get a go. But I don't really see him playing too much cricket, especially with the amount of off spinners in this squad, as we'll come on to.
I mean, it's to be fair, it's fair enough. He's a 15-year-old. He's played quite a fair bit, I think. He's at Notts, I think Notts as academy.
Mhm.
But he hasn't. I looked at his stats a while back, and they didn't
Mhm.
scream out to me. But I think again, if you're a 15-year-old playing academy, and I think he's played a few twos games, I think.
Yeah, he's
If you're
played a couple of twos games. I
playing,
think
if
he
you're
did all
playing,
right in them.
if you're playing that standard at 15 years old, I think it kind of he is a
Yeah.
talented bowler.
Clearly, yeah,
It almost feels as if they just want to get him in and amongst the mix of it, and kind of
of course.
harbour him and put him on a path,
Yeah,
maybe. But yeah,
it
I
looks
think
like
I,
yeah.
I,
At
don't, I don't
15,
think I don't think he'll play much.
but I don't think that's the aim of including a 15-year-old
Yeah,
either.
I mean, I was wondering if that's quite similar to a person you've played against, Seb Morgan. He's only
Yeah,
played a couple of youth ODIs, but I think
is
maybe
that your next person on the squad?
no, I can talk about it though.
Yeah, go. We'll get to Seb later. Do your next person at least.
Dom Kelly,
Oh yeah,
another Hampshire player.
I think
One
he's
first,
the. Yeah,
3 wickets at 28, which I thought was quite good. 7 list A games, he's only taken 5 at 53. 5 use test match, average of 35, but also has a high score of 88 with the bat, average of
oh,
16,
okay.
16 wickets at 34. 10 youth ODIs, 172 runs at 25, 15 wickets at 22.
Who's a
Again,
15 wickets at 22 for? Or what was it?
youth ODIs.
Okay.
So again, I think he's quite a very tidy cricketer.
Bowling all rounder by the looks of it.
Bowling all rounder, bats about 8ish. Sometimes, but again, with this England team, they vary it so much that.
So where did he? Do you know what position he played in the ODIs recently?
Yeah, he was batting. Well, he was batting just before Eddie Jack, so he was batting at number 8.
All right. So it's similar to Eddie Jack, but a bit more with the bat.
Yeah,
A lot more. Yeah. Okay. How did his first class game go? Who did he play against?
I'm not sure. It was back end of last year, so I think quite a few Hampshire boys actually played towards the back end of last year.
Why was that?
They had nothing to play for, didn't they?
Oh, fair enough.
Because it was end of their one, so there wasn't really too much to go for. So they just kind of because Surrey had won the league by that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I think no matter who he's against, it's Div 1, so he's kind of getting
That's
3
top tier first class cricket. Yeah,
exactly,
agreed.
yes. Getting 3 at 28 and on your debut pretty much is a good way.
So he got 3 wickets on his debut, did he?
Yeah, he got 3 wickets. Well, he's only played one game.
Yeah, so he's done all right then.
Yeah, he's done well. Yeah.
Too bad there. So I'll move on then. The next person I've got is Tazim Ali. He's a 17-year-old off spinner from Warwickshire. He's only played 1 list A game where he got 1 wicket for 49 in his 10 overs. Any guesses who the 1 wicket might have been?
Who's it against?
Derbyshire.
Madsen? No, he'll be in the 100. Billy Godalman.
Overseas.
Shan Masood.
No, he's at Yorkshire last season.
No,
that was the season
year before he was at Derbyshire.
It is a Pakistani player though.
Not sure. Who's it?
Haider Ali.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a stinker.
It was an LBW as well. It was a proper front pad merchant.
Who did he play for? Warwickshire?
No, Derbyshire. Haider Ali. So this guy Tazim Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 17-year-old off spinner from Warwickshire.
I think
he's played 5. Yeah, 5 youth ODIs, 3 wickets at 36, but he didn't play a single game in the Bangladesh series.
Did Haider Ali nick off by any chance?
Which Ali?
Haider.
The Pakistan international.
Yeah, Haider Ali. Yeah.
No, he kicked the straight one.
I think I might have seen that live.
Yeah,
because I watched Warwickshire v Derbyshire at Edgbaston last year.
Oh, all right. How was it? Do you remember anything from this dismissal or the guy who bowled off spin? Anyways,
he was all right to be fair. It was quite. Economy was okay for a bit. Then he got a bit of a licking towards the end.
Yeah, it's all right to be fair. I don't think he'll play much to be honest for England because he didn't play at all in Bangladesh.
Yeah, he didn't stand out enough for me to really remember him. So yeah.
I think by the looks of it, unless he was injured, which I'm not sure, he didn't play at all in Bangladesh, obviously, and his 3 wickets at 36 in his other 5 games look all right. He's a proper lower order bat. But there's a couple of other off spinners in this squad as well. So I think he might be one of the rotation spinners that they'll just move around.
But again, it's in South Africa. How many spinners are they going to play in South Africa?
Precisely. I think he might just be one of the reserve spinners, or depending on what the other spinners are like, or how much Denley bowls. But who's your next bloke?
Seb Morgan.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, you know us, don't you? Didn't get you out, to be fair. Just made you play a miss a bit.
More than a bit.
Yeah.
It's
so
not
he's,
hard. To be fair, anything you bowl outside the off stump to me, I'm in contention.
Well, you know quite a lot about him, but he's 16 years old.
He just turned 16, hasn't he?
He's 16, yeah, just turned 16.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think he's going to play much.
I'm actually not. I wouldn't be too surprised if he slides a game in there.
Maybe a few, but he's a talented cricketer. But
I don't think he was originally in any of. He didn't play. He wasn't originally in the under-19 stuff. I think he got pushed in very late, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only played 2 youth ODIs against Bangladesh. The fact he played against Bangladesh is maybe quite a good sign.
So where did he bat for them? Interestingly,
mid-ish order, I believe. I mean, he batted once, I think, got 20. So average.
Yeah, he can definitely bat. Did you see that game, Middlesex twos
versus Essex?
Yeah,
got 40 odd. 40 odd.
He got 40 odd back, 44 not out batting at number 11.
And then he nicked off
Cushy,
and then he didn't get Das out, did he?
Nah, he got another wicket though.
Yeah.
He played right that game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's very promising all round, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he scored 200 last year for Middlesex. Because it was an under 16 game. Don't get me wrong, but
still,
if you're scoring
200, I'd be telling everyone if I scored 200 in my back garden.
Exactly, yeah. But obviously he's a proper player. He's also playing Prem cricket at 16 years of age.
Yeah, he's doing quite well.
For reeling, he took 5 wickets at an average of 9. So
one of those wasn't me though.
So. No, that doesn't go on the MCCL. That was just for that once because that.
The cup game. Never mind. But yeah, I genuinely think because obviously there's a couple of players here. So in under-19 cricket, you can play 2 under-19 World Cups because obviously they happen every 2 years. So I feel like Seb Morgan and Farhan Ahmed are going to be the 2 players that might not play as much this World Cup, but come the next World Cup, I'm not sure where it is in a couple of years' time. They'll be mainstays in the side. They'll be like the big boys, like Noah Thane and Charlie Allison, as we'll go on to.
I think Seb or Farhan might be captain next World Cup. I think that might be.
Or if everything goes really well, they might not even be at the World Cup. They'll be playing big boy stuff.
No, I mean, I think Seb will maybe sign a contract next couple of years.
At Middlesex.
Yeah, you think so? The only thing that's worrying about Middlesex is they're very reluctant to reward junior contracts now. Because of the way the season was, they let off quite a few junior players, kind of to make way and pay for. I think it's Luce Deploy and Henry Brooks who's come in. So whether Middlesex are quite poor, so whether they have the money to be
they don't really own anything.
They're skint. So whether they have the ability to kind of offer out youth contracts, who knows? But the way it might happen is I think if they let someone go, he'll be one of the first. Him and another player you rate quite highly, Arian Sawant. Obviously not in this squad.
What I do think that might also happen is he looks like one of the brightest talents to come out of the academy or that system in quite a few years. So he either goes somewhere else to get a contract, because I can definitely tell you quite a few teams will be sniffing around him. It's just how long can Middlesex hold on, because obviously Middlesex being basically skint will struggle to hold on to these players if they don't contract them early enough.
And also if he can get a bigger contract from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't think he's one of the ones who's exactly from a poor background.
But either way, anyways. Yeah, I'll move on. We've got our second Essex boy, 2 out of 3 so far. Charlie Allison, 18-year-old right-handed batsman from Essex. Younger brother of Essex all-rounder Ben Allison, in fact. So Charlie's played 8 List A games. He's got 254 runs at 36, and he bats 5 for Essex. That's a very solid List A record.
Yeah.
And he's only played 2. So as in his 2 under-19 ODIs in Bangladesh, he got 10, and in the second game he got 82 not out. And in both those games he batted at 5 and 6 respectively. But interestingly enough, he doesn't actually bowl, which is weird for someone who bowled quite a lot through his age groups. He was a right arm seamer. He used to swing it away and had one that nipped back in, and you'd end up kicking it.
Did he bowl much for Essex at all, or no?
He hasn't bowled at all for Essex or for England.
That's weird. Maybe there's some issues with his injury issues, or
I'm not sure, but I was very surprised to see that he hasn't got any bowling record, because
actually his brother's a good bowler.
Yeah, Charlie's actually quite a good bowler as well. Very good swing bowler, not as quick as his Essex counterpart Noah, but he's still a very good bowler. I was surprised he hasn't bowled a few over somewhere, but
yeah.
Seems like he's either injured or he just really doesn't bowl anymore for whatever reason.
But Thane's average with the ball isn't as good as kind of it could be, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, he's a good player. I think he'll play.
Charlie will definitely play. He'll bat in the middle order and to have 250 List A runs already, averaging 36 is like solid. And what was that big performance he had once at one of the Essex games where I think, it might have been in the field where he stopped one on the boundary in the last over and ended up winning the game by a run.
Was it last year? It was last year.
Yeah, the season that just went.
I can't remember if it was the Blast or not. I think
it was the One Day Cup. There was a nick down to third man. They needed like 3 off the last ball or 4 or something like that. He dived as third man, saved it, picked up and threw it in. I
think that was against Middlesex.
That was, I think.
I remember, yeah, that was against Middlesex. I didn't realise that was him, to be fair. That was...
Yeah, it was. It was Charlie Allison.
Incredible bit of work.
Anyway, you go to yours.
A bit of a unknown player, hasn't played too much, really. Hayden Mustard, who sadly is not related to Phil Mustard.
No.
Which I was slightly disappointed about because I thought it'd be quite funny. Yeah, he's played 9 List A games. He's a keeper bat. Never played in England under-19 games, so he's not really going to play.
So what Mustard is this? Not Phil. Hayden, right?
Hayden, yeah. So he's never played for England under-19s. Has played 9 List A games with an average of 25, which is pretty steady, to be fair. Sorry, no, that's the wrong person. He actually hasn't played a first-class game, and he hasn't played for England. So he's kind of a bit of an unknown. He is 17 years of age. So again, he's
Has he played any games?
No, not List A, not for England.
What count is he from, though?
He's from Durham. He has got a high score of 99 for Durham. He has a Saturday average of 22.
Does he keep, you said?
Yeah, keeper bat.
Okay, I think he might be, by the looks of it. There's another wicket keeper in there, so I think it'll be between him and
I think
Jack Carney. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, Jack Carney. I think he'll be second choice to him.
Good.
Again, he's young. I think he's the same school year, if I'm not mistaken, as Seb Morgan. So I think he'll be one who they look to play in the next World Cup.
Okay. Yeah, Jack Carney's neither got Jack Carney, as we'll go on to, he hasn't played List A, or the other keeper hasn't played List A or first class either. But he has played 9 U30Is. And he has been keeping for England. And he's a bit older, so I'd assume he's keeping. But I'll move on to my next one. Another interesting surname, Charlie Bernard.
Yeah.
Who is not related to Ed Bernard, unfortunately.
Is he not? Oh.
No. He's from Charlie's from Lancashire. Charlie's a 19-year-old off-spinner from Lancashire. No first class or List A games. He's got 5 wickets in 5 U30I games, but he bats at number 11, like 11-11.
Yeah.
The good news for his batting is he was born on November the 5th, 2004, which coincidentally coincides as a birthday to no, actually, in fact, one of the greatest batters of all time. He's born on the exact same day as one of the greatest batters of all time.
Hey.
All time in this case being the 2-year history of the William Perkin under-19 side. So.
Shut up. No, only 1 year.
Huh?
Only 1 year.
Oh yeah, only 1 year so far.
Yeah.
Did the job and left, didn't I?
Yeah. My next
Go on.
one is Hamza Sheikh, who is one of the big boys.
From Warwickshire.
Yeah, Warwickshire. 9 list A games, average of 25, which is all right, to be fair. He's got 200 for England under 19, average of 31 in youth tests, and his big average is average of 64 in youth ODIs. He averages 36 for Warwickshire under 18s, and he has a Saturday average of 38.
That's a lot of high averaging.
Yeah, it is.
What did he average for the under 19s?
In youth ODIs, which is what we're obviously going to be playing, he averages 64. I'm fairly certain he's also sponsored by by M&H.
How many hundreds? 2 tons in Bangladesh, was it?
I think he got 2 tons. That's what I saw.
I saw one. Yeah, I saw one from the Bangladesh series where he just murdered the ball everywhere. Where does he bat? 3-4?
Yeah, top order.
Yeah, I think by the looks of it,
he's got a couple of tons. To be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going straight at the top for me.
Yeah. How old is he?
Young. Well, they're all young, but 17. 17 he is.
17.
17.
17, and he's, by the looks of it, the most accomplished batsman in the. He averages 38 on Saturdays, 32 for Warwickshire, was it?
36 for Warwickshire under 18s, 64 in youth ODIs, and 31 in youth test matches. He is a serious batsman.
What was his list A record like?
It's okay. 9 list A games at 25 as a 17-year-old. So
as a 17-year-old to be averaging 25 is not bad at all.
No, it's not. I think he's bowled a little bit, but never taken a wicket.
I don't think his bowling is the interesting bit here. It's the serious numbers he's putting up.
Yeah, he bowls leggies though. The leggies bit makes him a bit interesting. Yeah, he's going straight up the top for me.
He'll get a pole or two.
Serious.
He'll definitely one to watch out for here.
Yeah,
I'll move on to. Yeah, I'll move on to my last one, Jack Carney. He's the other wicket keeper, 18-year-old right-handed bat from Lancashire. No list A or first class games. In his 9 youth ODIs, he actually has done quite all right. 234 runs at 44. So he can clearly hold a bat, but I'm not sure how much of that is from not outs at the lower order where I think he bats at 6-7. So but he'll definitely be the starting wicket keeper. He's the older of the two, and he's also played very regularly for the under 19s. Whereas who was the other keeper?
Mustard.
Yeah, Mustard hasn't kept by the sounds of it, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't played for England.
Yeah, that's my point. So Jack's going to be the starting keeper because he's played 9 games already.
He's trusted.
Do you want to move to your last one?
I've got 2 more actually.
You have 2 more. Go on.
Yeah, I've got Noah Thane, obviously.
All right.
All rounder. If you listen to the last podcast, you think I rate this guy quite highly. Average of 20 with the bat in 1 first class game and 58 with the ball, with only 1 wicket, but it's only 1 first game.
Yeah.
He hasn't actually taken a wicket. He hasn't taken a wicket in list A cricket.
Okay.
But he does average 40 with the bat. So
how much has he bowled for Essex?
He's bowled a relative amount. I think he's more of a batter now. A lot of them kind of, as he's obviously 18.
Where's he bat?
He's one of the he's relatively what in list A or for
first for Essex and then for England. So where do you bat
for England? He bats at 3.
Okay. For Essex.
For Essex, I believe he bats relatively top order, but he hasn't played too much.
I think
mid-list order. Mid-list order. He comes in kind of
4-5.
4-5, just after Allison.
I saw the scorecards. It was just him and Allison rotating between 4, 5, and 6.
Sometimes 6. It's 4, 5, 6, really.
Do you think? I think he will bowl for England. He'll be more of a number 6.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at the scorecard right now. The Essex scorecard is very different to the way England play it. So you got Beckenstein at 3, then you got Allison at 5, and Thane at 6. Whereas for England, Thane bats at 3, Beckenstein bats at 5. So not quite sure of the thought process behind that. But
I have a feeling. Obviously, he's bowling. So for England, he's bowled more than the other 2 Essex boys. I don't think other 2 Essex boys have bowled at all for England. So I think clearly Noah Thane is going to be the all-rounder at 5 or 6. The fast bowler.
You think? No, Thane bats at 3 for England.
Does he? But I definitely think he'll bowl. He's a big boy.
He bats lower for Essex.
Yeah, but he'll definitely bowl for
he's
England.
he should bowl, I think. But
Yeah, he's a
like
big
I
lad.
said,
He can get the ball through and
he's
hit
only
it
bowled
quite hard.
he's only bowled 54 balls in list day cricket at an economy of
Yeah.
nearly 9. So not quite really. I don't think they're as good as he would have liked.
I think by the looks of it, I think he's one of the. How many seamers are actually in this squad? Now that I think about it,
Quite a few.
what
On
seamers
my
have
list,
you got?
I think you have Jack. I think Jack Kelly and Morgan.
Jack Kelly, Morgan, Thane, and then
Yeah,
possibly Allison if he bowls.
I think Theo Wiley maybe is one as well. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
So the
He's
two
quite
Hampshire
good.
boys.
Theo Wiley's another good one. That's
That's
my
the
last
last one, is it? Yeah.
leading on to my last one. 17 years old, obviously no professional games as he's 17. He's played quite a few youth ODIs, average of 22 with the ball and 26 with the bat. Average of 30 with the bat for Warwickshire under 18s, and average of 17 with the ball. His best figures are 7 for 40.
Against who?
Not sure, it's an under 18s game.
Oh,
So yeah, obviously he looks again like
what was his batting like?
it's all right. Average of 20, 22.
For
For
Warwickshire or England?
For Warwickshire, averages 30.
Okay, so he can clearly bat. And
Yeah,
what was his bowling again?
Left arm orthodox.
Okay.
But so that
Yeah,
adds another spinner into the mix. Looks like it'll be him v Denley for that spot. I think they'll go Denley.
All right. Because Denley's a bit older, is he?
Yeah,
Some
a
of the
bit older, but only a year.
A year older. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Wiley has quite good strike rates. To be fair, strike rate of 113 with the bat.
I actually think Denley might open. You said he opened for England in a couple of the games.
Yeah, he has opened for England. Yeah,
Yeah. So apart from obviously we'll move on now to trying to create our 11 out of the 15-man squad.
Yeah, I say we combine it together, Huz. We try and make one.
But I think we can both agree on that Ben McKinney, the skipper, is going to be left-handed opening at the top.
Yeah,
and to join him, I don't actually have another opener listed here, if I'm correct. So could it possibly be Denley who's going to bowl?
I think we go McKennie, Denley. Then I'd go 3 Thane.
Okay, McKennie, Denley.
Yeah. Thane.
Oh, let me get that right. All right.
Sheikh.
Okay, Hamza Sheikh.
Is that it?
Yeah, but it'll take you a while to get that.
That's a shocking pronunciation from me.
Yeah.
Who then? That 5. Beckenstein.
Beckenstein batting before Allison.
I put Allison 6.
But Allison's not bowling.
But is Beckenstein?
Does Beckenstein bowl for England again? Has he bowled for England?
Yeah.
Let me check in here. Actually, I've got it. No, he hasn't bowled for England. He's only bowled for Essex.
I mean, I saw on a scorecard he took 1 for 78, which is obviously 1 for not 78. Took 1 for something. It wasn't very substantial. But have him at 5. Allison. Then, I think that's the top 6. Whether you go Beckenstein at 3, and then you bring Thane down the order is another.
I think that's what it might be, because having seen even from the PJL, Beckenstein does profile as a top order, but I think just for Essex he bowled more because they probably had a few more batters up top. So I think we're going to go Beckenstein at 3, 5, Hamza Sheikh at 4.
Yeah.
And then at 5 we're going to go. Are we going Allison or Thane?
It doesn't matter. They're 5 and 6. They can interswap.
Okay, so Charlie Allison at 5. No, I think Noah might bat higher. He bats higher for Essex and England, doesn't he?
Yeah, he bats 3 for England.
All right, so
why I had him at 3 and then Beckenstein at 5.
I don't think Hamza Sheikh will be batting any lower than 4 with those numbers, will he?
No, he won't. He bats at 4. That's why he got his 100. So I think he'll keep him there.
Allison at 6.
Keeper
7. Jack Carney.
Yeah, Carney had a mustard really.
Okay, and then at 8, which way are we going to put the Hampshire all-rounders?
Do you think they'll both play?
Because what other seamers are there who consistently bowl and have played a lot of cricket realistically?
I'd go Kelly ahead of Jack.
Kelly's a better bat, right?
Kelly ahead of Jack. Yeah.
Dominic Kelly, and then
would you go Seb? Seb
at
Morgan.
10.
10, and then go.
Genuinely looking at this squad, I don't see how many other seamers there are.
You probably go him,
They're
and then
all rounders. Who are the spinners again?
Well, Denley.
We've already got him in. So Farhan, Tazim Ali, who has played a List A game,
and Theo Wiley.
Played.
I don't think Wiley will play.
What makes you think that? Has Wiley played any professional games yet?
No games, only 17. You could see him playing, but I feel like they'll go another pacer in there.
I think they will an actual pacer, because I'm not sure how much. Because if Kelly and Jack are going to bowl their full quota of pace overs 10,
it depends how much they want to bowl Allison and Thane.
I don't, but Allison and Thane are 5 and 6. So I'm not sure they're going to bat 5 and 6 and bowl 20 overs between them, are they?
No, they're not.
So I think Seb's got to be in there.
Seb, yeah.
Seb Morgan.
Have him at 10?
Yeah, I've got him at 10, and at 11, one of the off spinners.
Carney. I'd probably go. I'd go Wiley
over Tazim Ali, who's played a List A game.
Yeah, I mean,
both from Warwickshire.
I mean, and the thing is, Wiley can bat. Actually, to be fair with
I don't think that matters when you've got batting until 10.
Yeah, but no, but Wiley has a 50 for England on the 19s.
Does he?
Yeah. So
batting at what number?
Let me check. He bats at. Did he bat in this game? Yeah, he opened the batting. He's opened the batting for England. He opened up in his last game against Bangladesh.
Did he? So okay, that can be our 10, and then
obviously
we slide.
And then Seb Morgan 11. No, he opens the batting predominantly for them actually.
Does he? All right. So Wiley will go at the top, and then we'll slide everyone down one.
Yeah, when he plays, he opens. I didn't realise that. When he plays, he opens. Did Weatherall not get picked?
Who?
Weatherall. No, clearly not.
No. So
games against Australia, and they didn't pick him against.
Okay, this is very interesting now, because we've got.
The way I look at it, I go Seb 11, which is harsh.
Harsh, very harsh, but yeah.
Very harsh, but he's 17. That's our excuse.
16.
Is he? Oh shit, he's 16, isn't he?
I know.
Kelly, Jack.
Okay, start. So this is from bottom up.
Yeah.
Kelly, so from Jack. Bottom up, I've got Morgan, Jack, Kelly, and then the keeper at 8, Carney.
I think you would then no. And then you'd probably go Denley at 7.
Denley at 7.
Yeah, because they both. Sense, yeah. Because Wiley opens more than Denley.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think they both kind of do it both. And then the same time.
Or will the keeper play at 7 and Denley at 8?
Yeah, possibly that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for that. Because the keeper can actually, Jack Carney can actually bat. He averages 44 in the U30.
I mean, Denley, to be fair, he got 53 games to go up at the top. So I get that's a ridiculous batting lineup.
I know, and I'm not sure. And they've got a lot of. So they've got 3 out-and-out seamers and 2 seam bowling all-rounders.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I've finished off on. Tell me what you think. Ben McKinney opening with Theo Wiley. Luke Benkenstein at 3. Or Benkenstein. Hamza Sheikh at 4. Noah Thane at 5. Charlie Allison at 6. Jack Carney 7. Jaden Denley 8. Dom Kelly 9. Eddie Jack 10. Seb Morgan 11.
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds pretty good. That. What have we got for spin? Denley,
Wiley,
and Wiley. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, don't need any more spinners, do you?
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds pretty good. That. We'll move on to now. Not that actually. First, I want to hear from. I'll tell you what my World Cup predictions are going to be first, and you tell me what you think is going to happen.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'll go first. Traditionally, India have dominated this World Cup. I think they've won 2 of the last 3 tournaments, and they've been in the final for all of the last 4.
Yep.
But I think this year will be the first year they don't actually get to the final because I'll tell you why. There was a recent under-19 Asia Cup where Pakistan played India. Pakistan beat India. India then played the semi-final to Bangladesh. Pakistan played a semi-final to UAE. Guess what the final was?
Pakistan, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh versus UAE.
Pakistan lost.
Pakistan lost to UAE. Bangladesh beat India. The final was Bangladesh UAE, and then
That's the
Bangladesh.
Pakistan cricket thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hear this out, and then Bangladesh played UAE in the final and absolutely smashed them. So my shout is I think Bangladesh are going to repeat a 2020 where they beat India in the final because Bangladesh.
Is that where I was watching Naseem Shah's brother bowl Rockets?
Yeah, that's the one. So I think Bangladesh will actually win it this time, just like 2020, because they've actually got they're normally quite good at under-19s, even against England recently they do quite well, but
yeah, the
Aussies do look strong though, so watch out for them.
I find it very hard to look past India. I know you point out that maybe they're not as good as they have been in recent years, but I think just the pool of players they have is just ridiculous. Like every single the thing is, right, every single time India play, there's always a name or a couple of names that stick out in the next couple of years, and they've kind of they've just played for India under-19s. I think Yash Dul, Mohammad Sarfaraz, Prithvi Shaw, and Shubman Gill, Kohli's a while back, but kind of those players in recent years have done well.
Talking about Sarfaraz, sorry, he's actually Sarfaraz Khan. His younger brother's in the under-19 squad, Mushir Khan.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's a left arm spinner.
I mean, his record in under-19 cricket is a joke. He played.
His record in everything is a joke. He just doesn't play for India.
Because he's too fat.
Apparently.
I mean, how could he be too fat if you're scoring hundreds every week? He played in the under-19s twice, and he averaged above 70 twice.
He averages above 70 in everything.
I mean, he averages what, 80 first-class cricket?
Poor lad. There's not much more he can do. He'll beat him.
Pants a bit fat, and they don't pick him. And they pick him.
I mean, there's another reason they don't pick him is because he's just gotten out of a wheelchair and he nearly died in a car crash. But
that's a fair point. Yeah, but no, I meant they do pick him. I mean, he is fat.
Yeah, honestly. But anyways, we'll move on swiftly.
Hard to look past India.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll move on swiftly. The under-19 World Cup isn't actually about who wins. Let's be honest here. It doesn't exactly bring you national pride if you win, unless you're Pakistan, because they never win anything. But it's mainly about who the next world superstar is going to be. And from the last tournament, we had Rehan Ahmed and Devot Brevis, apparently, as I say, according to Lucas.
There's a few more, to be fair. James Rue.
Yeah, he was from the last one.
Done well.
Who do you think will be this time round then? Going for this one.
As someone who's been listening to a lot of pundits, I think Sam Constas is going to break through.
That's who I was going.
Obviously, he's a very talented young batsman.
You're right, Sam Constas, Aussie opener.
Aussie. He's only played one first-class game, but
to be fair, there's only 6 first-class teams in Australia, and to be opening for New South Wales is a big thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you see what Kerry O'Keefe said about him?
Yeah, he said not yet, but I would be tempted to shove him up the top.
They basically think he's David Warner's long-term successor, and they called him the best, and Kerry O'Keefe called him the best young opening bat he's seen in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, he's going to be good.
I think
is he another one of those Aussies who's built like a brick shithouse?
I don't think so. I think he's just like normal build.
Yeah,
he's not like who is that one from the last World Cup? Teague Wiley.
Yeah,
not like Teague Wiley.
No. He started doing quite well actually.
He's played quite a lot for Western Australia.
He's another one who's broken through. But obviously because Australia is so good, it is hard to break in.
Fair enough. Yeah. So
Wiley's average, I think he averages mid-20s, but I mean it's all right.
Agreed.
You know?
So
he's someone who works well with cricket mentoring.
Yeah. Everyone who does with cricket mentoring normally ends up all right. So there's their free advertising if they need it. I'm not sure they do from us, but I think so. We've both gone for Sam Constas, right?
Yeah.
I haven't really got any other shouts. Obviously, Hamza Sheikh, he's doing pretty well, but there's also Naseem Shah's younger brother or youngest brother, or the third brother. I don't know.
Same
but
birthday, obviously.
one of his younger brother. Yeah, they're all born
They all have
in
the same
February.
birthday.
No, not almost. So Nassim Shah was born in February 2002, I think.
Yeah.
No, February 2003. His younger brother Hunain Shah was born February 2004, and the one who's at the World Cup now, Obed Shah, was born in February 2005. They're all born a year apart, and they all have the exact same action and bowl rockets.
Then the Shah brothers are going to be 3 bowlers for Pakistan.
Do you know they're all in the same franchise team now, Islamabad United.
They'll play for Islamabad.
Oh, they will be this season. They're all in the same squad, yeah.
They won't all play though.
Nah, but that's pretty cool, huh? 3 brothers bowling
Their
absolute rockets at the same
mum will
time.
be coming along for a family gathering.
Yeah, imagine being in a family gathering there. You just get your neck blown off by 90 mile an hour.
Imagine you in Jibril.
No thanks.
And your mum comes along to watch.
Go on. We'll get to our last segment, which is Brits Abroad. So last time we did this, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Britain or Englishmen, or maybe one Welsh guy. No, he's not in here. From currently in the Big Bash in Australia. But now that the SAT20 started, there's another whole host of them. So altogether, this week we're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 in the Big Bash.
12 if you count Tom Curran.
Yeah, so 24 altogether if I count the SAT20 lot.
Curran just got injured. So he's out.
Tom?
Yeah, just got injured, yeah.
To be fair, he returned from his ban, but he's basically done nothing.
No, he had one good game from my memory.
I think he's gone quite low key, which is understandable. But I'll tell you who's done all right in the Big Bash. James Vince got another 79 or 57 against the Melbourne Stars at the MCG. Standard Vince runs.
Yep,
Crawley
up next game.
Crawley does what he does best, smacking 50s against Aussie bowlers.
Yep.
He got another one.
Did he?
But do you know what the best performance is? It was from his Perth Scorchers teammate.
Oh, Weatherly.
No, Laurie Evans. He got 85 from 32.
No, Weatherly. Sorry, Weatherly's Australian. But he got 8 off 20 odd the other day. I think he was actually probably. Was it Hobart or Perth?
It was earlier this morning, I think.
Yeah, this morning he smacked 80. That was a ridiculous knock.
But yeah, Laurie Evans basically did the same thing. He got 85 of 32, and Perth Scorchers got 211. But moving on, I'll quickly mention the SAT20 lot.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say.
Go on.
It's funny that Evans has never played for England. Never any T20s ever.
He's just another one of those white ball smashers.
White balls. He's going to be Will Smead in 5 years. Will Smead.
England have a whole train of just white ball smashers. It's literally a factory of white ball smashers.
They've all gone here. They've all gone here. They've all gone here. PSL, CPL to Big Bash.
We can't get it off the square. Yeah. We're definitely not white ball smashers. I'll tell you that.
Right, we're traditionalists.
But go on. Actually, I was lying. There's more than 12 in the SAT20. Here, there's Reece Topley, Durban Super Giants, Moeen Ali and Sam Cook for Joburg Super Kings, Sam Curran, Liam Livingston, Ollie Stone, and Tom Banton for the MI Cape Town, Josh Butler, Jason Roy, and John Turner at Pard Royals, Adil Rashid, Will Jackson, Phil Salt for the Pretoria Capitals, Milan Dawson and Bryden Cast and Tom Abel all for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
So by the looks of it, by the time the video comes out, because there's a billion English players, someone hopefully has done something good by then.
No one's done well today.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Sam Cook got a contract. He's a pro. He's someone I've always thought should play for England. I think he averages 19 with the ball in first class cricket. Ridiculous bowler. Does well in the 100, but doesn't get picked because he only bowls 80 miles an hour.
That's all right. But yeah, anyways, that's all for now. Hopefully on next week's episode. How'd you say? Episode. All right, I prefer saying. I don't know. I change sometimes, but regardless, next week we'll have the India Test Tour preview, and a sneaky little peek into the Lions tour. Hopefully, something interesting has happened there, which I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Assuming we're basballing. But yeah, everyone, make sure you check Spotify. Make sure you check YouTube as well, as I'm sure some of you might be on right now. Keep up to date with all the cricketing news and cricket topics with me, Archie, Lucas, and whoever else will join us in the future, hopefully. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you and goodbye. See you soon.
See ya.